1, 2, please.
Hello Girish.
Hi.
Welcome to Aesthetics MediSpa.
Thank you very much.
We are glad you are here, and I would request you to share your experience with us.
Absolutely. I think the most important thing for me when it comes to Aesthetics MediSpa was knowing the people and the conversation that I've had with you. And I think the important part is when I said I would think about liposuction and these kind of things, it's quite a big decision, and it's something quite big that you do with your own body. So you're not sure, is it a right step for you, wrong step for you, what will happen, who's going to take care of you and things like that. When I first contacted Dr. Ashish via your website, I think I got a very good reaction, a very clear-cut answer, good introduction, and I was also informed what you should expect, what is it about, and what is this not about. Because sometimes some people think, okay, I can reduce weight, and he was first second clear that if you're thinking to reduce weight, this is not going to happen. And of course, what are the risks with it, what are the complications and all these kind of things. But the way of explaining things and having the calmness with which you set up things, walk the person through, I think that gives a lot of confidence, saying, okay, this feels good, because otherwise the risk is, oh, are they just after, business kind of thing. So I think what I felt much different was, clearly everyone has a business, but this is more about understanding what the patient wants, telling the patient whether it can be done or cannot be done, giving the right information, and then letting the person decide what he or she should do. And I think this is probably the most important thing if you want to even think about any surgery, any operation, anything that you have to do with your body, that you want to feel comfortable that you got information by which you can decide, okay, this is right for me, or no, thank you for the information, but I will not do it because I don't feel comfortable. So I think this was the biggest thing for me.
Girish, just want to highlight that you had come all the way from Sweden.
Yes.
So how did you find the decision making and all the travel time? How did you calculate it when you came here?
I was here for work, so that was the one thing. So I kind of connected a weekend to see if I could just come, and that's how also I spoke with Dr. Ashish, and then to you also, I assume in the early part, that I was traveling for work, but I would like to come and discuss and see where things go. So yes, arranging travel and things one can argue, but I think that then it's up to you how you want to arrange it. The important part of it is that what I understood was that should we decide to go ahead with doing things, you have the right connections, you're able to do things here, you have the connections with hospitals, so everything can be arranged at a quite fast pace. So it's more about I think it's more about approaching you is most important thing. I guess many people don't know how to approach or whom to approach. So I think here, if I can help by saying, I felt that talking to you in general there was no pressure, there was no stress, and I think that's what people should think about. Then, whether they do it or not, that's their choice. But I think just to contact, because everyone is wanting to do something but not sure, should I do it, not do it. Sometimes it's personal, so maybe it's not the information you want to share with everyone, so there can be many things. But no harm in contacting. You will get the right information, at least that's my experience. And then when it comes to should you decide to go ahead, what I felt was you have enough capability to move things around quite fast. So I think that is just a question of then agreeing between the two parties and how to do it. So I think that's at least my feeling.
How did you feel the experience during this, like the surgical part and all this treatment part?
I think the experience was really fantastic. I mean, all you need is, okay, first you are calm because you got all the information. Then you go through, once you've taken the decision to go through something, you go through it. And what you need in there is that someone is just looking after you, making sure things are kind of checked upon, and you are giving the treatment, I would say, post follow-up checkups and things like that. And I think there you have been pretty much to the you have a lot of patience, so you can't sit with fun, you can't babysit someone. But I think what you have done is that you have made sure that someone is always following up. If not, you arrange that person should come to the clinic if it is not heavy duty, that the person cannot move and things like that. So I think the follow-up was very smooth. It was, I'm up and running.
Okay. So overall, how do you find this experience about the healing phase, and how you feel? What changes have it brought to you now?
I think when I thought about doing this procedure, it was mostly for me about getting mentally feeling good about myself. So it's not for about saying I'm going to reduce weight or this and that. I think I have an exercise routine that was not really helping as much, and then I said, okay, maybe it would help mentally if I could have a better body shaped in a better way. And then when you get that, at least that's what I'm feeling today. I'm feeling, wow, this is good, this is nice. Sure, there is still some time to wait. I can't just jump into exercise. You are going to feel a little bit awkward with what do you call, some kind of swelling or some post-surgical traumas that are quite normal. So that I don't think I should worry about it there. But all in all, I feel good with my body. So now it's more about how I maintain it. But I have a routine, so it's now just continuing that routine and hoping that this will take me down. So I think I did it for a mental change. Yes, and that is, I guess, main difference. So please don't do it because you want to reduce weight. Do it because it can help mentally. Or because for some people it can be just purely looks, but it's at the end it's a mental challenge. How good you feel with your own body and how you want to do things.
So would you recommend our clinic?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was actually the starting point also when I said that the most important thing that one should do is, if one has a query or a question or a thought, give them a call. I mean, at least you will get good answers. At least you will get right information. Then, if you do it, I have had a great experience. If you decide not to do it, I don't think there is any issue either. But if you don't approach and you sit with the questions, then you sit with the questions. So I think the first part is come and talk, if not over Skype, WhatsApp, whatever that works. And my experience, I can only say that I found no issue in the second and third phase, so as to say. But the first phase is you have to contact. So that is what I would suggest.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.